10 things to know before buying the 2022 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2. The 2022 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 is an all-new model in the Silverado lineup, and it has a power-packed V8 motor coupled with all the off-road goodies, making it an enticing option in the full-size pickup truck segment. Being one of the most successful models in its segment, the Silverado lineup has always been missing the zest and capability that its rivals offered, and in order to solve that issue, Chevrolet has brought out the Silverado ZR2 on the American market. Offered for a base MSRP of $69,295, and being one of the highest trim levels of the Silverado 1500 lineup, the 2022 Silverado ZR2 comes packed with all the features you could think of. The infotainment is superb, and the truck comes loaded with all the bells and whistles in terms of driver assistance. The cabin is supremely spacious, and the ravishing exterior design manages to stand out. Competing with the likes of the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, Ram 1500 Rebel, and Nissan Titan Pro-4X, here are 10 things you need to know before buying the 2022 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2. 10. Pliant ride quality for a pickup truck. The Multimatic spool valve dampers make this full-size pickup truck ride like no other truck. Take it to the open highways, and you would be impressed with how flat the ride quality is. The potholes and road undulations are filtered out without any issues. The 11 inches of ground clearance means that the truck is not going to bottom out when doing intense off-road trails. While driving at slow speeds, most of the trucks at this price point exhibit harshness in ride quality due to the stiff and archaic setup they come with. However, the 2022 Silverado ZR2 turned out to be much better than all its rivals. The wide tires coupled with a well-tuned suspension do benefit the truck in terms of the ride quality, and you could use it as a city commuter as well as a freeway tourer. 9. Mediocre fuel efficiency. No one would be getting the Silverado ZR2 if they want a frugal daily driver. Coming with the naturally aspirated V8 motor mated to all the off-road features along with a heavy curb weight does take a toll on the fuel efficiency. As a result, this pickup truck only returned 14 mpg in the city and 17 mpg on the highway. Even though it turned out to be better than the much more powerful and expensive Ram 1500 TRX, which could only do a combined 12 mpg, it is far from frugal. However, the Tundra TRD Pro offered a superior 19 mpg in the city and 21 mpg on the highway due to the hybrid powertrain it comes with. 8. Very capable off-roader. The spool valve technology of the Multimatic dampers does wonders in terms of off-road performance for the 2022 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2, and you are always in control of the truck, even when going flat out. The steering is reasonably light, and the 360-degree camera does give you a sense of security while going through tight off-road trails. However, we wish it could be turned on throughout the ride, as it does turn off automatically when you go above a certain speed. Apart from that, we were pretty happy with the powerful V8 motor, and the 10-speed automatic keeps you in the power band all day long. The locking front and rear differentials, off-road driving mode, 33 inches off-road tires, and the great approach and departure angles make you the king of the off-road. 7. Elegant and decent quality interior. The 2022 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 is far superior to the regular Silverado 150 in terms of cabin quality and design. We love the jet black and graystone color combination, which helps the cabin to highlight the rugged appearance pretty well. The door pads come with beige stitching, chrome door handles, and soft touch injection molded plastics. The dashboard is covered with soft leather with stitching, subtle piano black elements, and other accents. The sharp and bright infotainment and digital gauge cluster are well integrated and look sporty. All the buttons and knobs feel well put together. The same also applies to the soft leather upholstery and the chunky armrests for the front and rear seat passengers. 6. A spacious crew cab. Like all the other trucks that are offered at this price point, the 2022 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 sees no compromises in terms of front row space. The seats are wide and accommodating, and there is more than enough legroom and headroom. The under armrest storage is humongous, and there are multiple cup holders and bottle holders on offer too. There is also heated, cooled, power, and memory support for the driver's seat, and the cabin is very ergonomic. Even if you are more than 6 feet tall, you would find the space at the rear seat to be excellent. The seats offer good under-thigh and lower back support. They are ventilated and there are dual AC vents along with USB ports. There is under-seat storage too. The powered tailgate can be opened with the press of a button, and you would be met with a power supply and LED lighting. The bed is lined and can accommodate quite a lot of stuff, making it pretty versatile. 5. Infotainment is loaded with features. The first thing that you would notice when you get into the front seat is the visually appealing 12.3 digital gauge display. The display offers all the relevant information and the animations look very premium. It is also very intuitive, and you wouldn't need to consult the manual for using it. The head-up display comes as standard too. The infotainment duties of the 2022 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 are done with the help of the huge 13.4 touchscreen infotainment system, and it is very smooth and packed with goodies. The display is bright and vivid, and the sunny days are not going to hinder the user experience. There aren't any lag or stutters either. The standard features include Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, SiriusXM radio, navigation, USB ports, aux, and Bluetooth connectivity. 4. Plenty of driver assistance tech. Being a very expensive full-size pickup truck, you would expect the Silverado ZR2 to come with all the bells and whistles in terms of safety and driver assistance tech. Thankfully, Chevrolet hasn't skimped too much in this area. The standard driver assistance features include forward collision warning, automated emergency braking, lane departure warning, and lane keeping assist. If you opt for the technology package, which is offered for an additional $1,970, you would get a rear camera mirror, adaptive cruise control, and an enhanced automatic braking system. All the regular safety features like ABS, airbags, traction control, stability control, and side impact beams are standard for the ZR2 trim. With solid build quality on offer, we expect the truck to fare similarly to the rivals in the NHTSA and IIHS crash tests. 3. Sure-footed braking performance. The Silverado ZR2 is a relatively tall full-size pickup truck and the ground clearance is massive too. Along with that, it is one of the heaviest of the lot as well. Even with all these cons, the braking performance on offer turned out to be more than decent. The front-end dive under hard braking wasn't very overwhelming, and the truck felt stable, too. All the braking features like ABS, EBD, automated emergency braking, hill hold control, and brake assist are standard for the ZR2 trim, and that also contributes to the sure-footed braking behavior. The initial bite was excellent, and the truck offered great braking progression as you stomp harder on the pedal. The automatic transmission does engine braking comfortably and the pedal offered excellent feedback to the driver. 2. Comes with a torquey V8 motor. 2022 Chevy Silverado. One thing that we love about the Silverado ZR2 is the inclusion of the super smooth and torquey 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 motor under the hood. This motor produces 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, and the performance felt slightly superior to the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, which comes with a V6 motor. It sounds beautiful throughout the rev range and has a maximum towing capacity of 8,900 pounds. The performance cannot be faulted, and the truck feels light on its toes due to the V8 motor. The 10-speed torque converter automatic transmission has reasonably fast shifts, and a slight tap on the gas pedal is all that is needed for it to drop a gear and go for a quick overtake. The low-end and mid-range torque is excellent, and the truck never feels out of breath, even when approaching the rev limiter. 1. Stunning exterior design. One look at the 2022 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 and you would be mesmerized by the overall stance and the commanding front end. The updated LED headlights with LED DRLs and LED turn signals, blacked-out elements, and the lovely off-road ready bumpers with contrasting red tow hooks make the truck look very purposeful. The black grille and the hollowed-out bow-tie Chevrolet logo are on board too. There are multiple ZR2 logos that are neatly integrated and don't look tacky like the accents with some of the rivals. The metal skid place feels sturdy, and the 11.6 of ground clearance makes sure that the truck comes out unscathed from deep potholes and rocks while off-roading. The bulge on the hood rounds off the front-end design. When viewed from the sides, the 18 inches wheels wrapped in 33 inches tires, massive wheel wells, black cladding, big mirrors, and rock sliders make it look imposing. The rear end looks comparatively subtle with chunky bumpers, LED taillights, and clean and minimal badging.